Good day everyone and welcome to Highrise City. Today I'm going to be building New York City my way. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to take a look at the map here, see where all of our resources are, and get a good idea where we want to build and where we don't want to build. Alright, now in particular we want to pay attention to wood. We got a lot of forest up there to the north, and we're not going to want to touch that too much. That's going to be a major resource at the beginning of the game. So we're going to want to preserve our forests. Now the first thing a lot of people do is they click on the roads and they start building roads. No. We're going to be building a small port first. Now there's two reasons for this. First of all, small port can be set to whatever angle we want to the compass. I want to keep it at 0-degree angle here. Okay, so when I place this down, I'm now going to be able to build a road that connects to it. Alright, but first, I'm going to do a little terraforming here. Terraforming actually doesn't cost anything in the game, but, so it's a little overpowered, to be honest. But, I think it's fine to do a little bit of it. You know, it's a feature here. So let's go ahead and, you know, build this out here, just like so. But that's not going to be enough for my road. So we're going to have to... This is actually kind of really neat thing, is we can actually terraform land we don't even own yet. So let's try and get this level, so I can place my road. And boom, there's Churchill Street. Churchill Street is actually set to a 0-degree angle. Well, actually, technically it's running 90, but the point is that is now perfectly set to the cardinal directions of the compass, and so shall our grid when we build off of this road. Now, building roads and terraforming, it can be a little bit messy. Case in point, I got frustrated here, decided to just delete it, and okay, it said, no, I'm gonna be up here, your building's gonna be down there. I don't care that much. So let's go ahead and just start building our grid here. Primarily, our city is going to start off on this end here. And we're gonna actually do a little bit more terraforming here because we need to build this out just a touch here, just to fit everything in the way we want it to. Again, we're not gonna go overboard with the terraforming. This is about kind of like the limits of it in terms of adding land. We're not gonna go any further really than you know, this in terms of how much. I'll probably add on a little bit more land later on, but the point is that we're just creating this area here. And it will make more sense why I'm extending the land out here momentarily. But for now, let's go ahead and just get some streets in here. As you can see, sometimes when you tear out a street, somehow there's now water there. The land just drops. But that's alright. We're gonna just have to mess around with the terraforming. It's not great. It's not the worst terraforming I've seen in a game, but it's not the best either. Overall, in most games, the terraforming tools aren't that great. But we'll be able to accomplish what we want with this. Okay, so let's start smoothing it out here, just a touch. And it's a little aggressive. As you can see, it's already undone a little bit too much of what we want. Yeah, this isn't quite working, partly because the street is fighting us here. If you look, the street is just not... You know, it's not quite allowing us to place it the way we want it. Weird things happen when you have the street there. So let's get rid of that street, and let's fill this in once more. So we're going to do this. We're going to let's pick the middle ground here, about middle ground. All right, that's what we're going to fill in, and that will make it easier when we go in and smooth. Basically, what we want to do is we want to keep 2 streets on either side here, and then we're going to just try and work with the lines, the contour lines. We're wanting to work with them to create a nice smooth slope here, just so that our roads don't look terrible when we place the road here. Same thing with the buildings. Now, they will do their own flattening, but basically we want to just work with the lines. Don't work against them. You know, just drag them down a little bit there. Unfortunately, we do have kind of a bubble developing, I think, down there. So let's see if we can't get this. Come on, we got this bubble, if you will, you know. It's the bubble keeps following us. Well, we went a little too aggressive there, but that's okay. Let's push the bubble this way. Let's see. Oh, no. The bubble's back. Oh, come on. This is frustrating. You know what? This is fine. Let's just do this. Let's take a look at our final product here. That's fine. That is acceptable. That actually looks pretty good. It's not going to be perfectly level. We don't need it to be. Alright, so this first area here, you know, is kind of important. So I'm going to actually draw out some more roads. Now, You want to be careful about not placing too many roads. I'm probably going to place too many roads, but that's because I'm planning. Roads are the best way of planning, but they're also expensive. You place the road there, that costs you money, and then you got to maintain the road. And if nothing is using the road, then that's, you know, a waste of money. But for now, I'm not going to go any further than this. This is kind of our city plan here. This is the first area we're going to be building in. So what we're going to do is we're going to place in our electrical substation. And we got to be careful about our coverage here. We want to maximize coverage as much as possible, minimizing overlap. But overall, it's better to not have any dark zones. So let's place it right here in the middle, because we can actually place buildings all around that if necessary. Same thing with the water tower. It does not, if it doesn't need to be connected to a street, don't place it street side. There's too much stuff that needs to be having street access. So let's just do it this way. And let's run our first water line here. This is going to be kind of like the main water line. All of the water lines are mostly going to be running in this direction. True north and south, not what the game claims is north and south, because believe it or not, we're actually placing this north and south right now, whereas this right here, hang on, this is considered east and west in the game. But in reality, if you look at a map of New York, this would be north and south, so let's connect it up over here for now. We'll probably have to change that later. Okay, so that's our water taken care of, at least for now. We got to actually add a power source here, so let's go ahead and place this wind turbine. Yeah, let's place a small wind turbine right there. Okay, so now we've got our water and our electric hooked up there, at least initially. Let's go ahead and place some houses. Let's zone some residential. So we'll only place 2 like that for now. That should be fine. Okay, there we go. Now, wood is going to be a major important building resource early on in the game here. We're going to need wood for most of our residential housing. So we need to build a logging camp, or sorry, a small logger. And we want it over here where the trees are, and 99% is fine. That's fine. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to sweat 1%. We also need a haulage company that can reach it. So we want to be careful where we place our haulage company. Yeah. Let's go a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Again, it's got a large coverage zone. And honestly, I'm not so much concerned about the coverage zone as much as the number of trucks, because we're going to be needing a lot of trucks. We're also going to have to place another substation down. Yeah, let's place it right here. Yeah, this is a good spot for it. Now we got to actually connect our substations up. And let's go to this side of the street here, like so. I wish the grid would come up when you place these. There is a trick to it, and I think I'll use that later the next time we do this. But there is a trick that you can do. Let's actually drag from here to here. You know, but I wish the grid was up there so that, and I wish these snap to the grid, because that would make it so much easier building nice straight power lines and stuff. Oh, collision detected. Okay, the wind turbine, right. The wind turbine has to be removed and replaced. Yeah, this will have to do. Oh, and look, see, this is actually the trick. See now how the grid is up because we had the wind turbine up? That is a trick that you can use to keep the grid, you know, to get the grid up there when you need to place these pylons and connect your substations. Alright, we don't have all of the... This here could be a problem with the water connection. Let's just go ahead and, you know, hook these up here. Yeah, we're good here. Got to place our sawmill down here, so that's important. That's what's actually going to produce the planks. So the haulage company will go to the logging camp, or sorry, the small logger, and then transport it back. Let's build that road to make that easier. And then the sawmill will turn it into planks. So we secured our planks now. Okay, so we don't have power at the port. Let's turn this off for now. We really don't need the port right now. Let's go. I should have turned that off right after placing it. And resource-wise, we're doing okay, but we need to turn our attention to our food. We've got a supply of fish, but it doesn't look, you know, we've got some stuff that we started with, but it's not going to be enough. So we need to build some farms. Yeah, we're going to need to build it this way. So farms are an interesting thing. They're actually defined by the road network. So as I build this in here, I'm going to go into industry, vegetable farm. Here we go. I'm going to place a vegetable farm right here. And the vegetable farm fills up the area that the roads are in. Just like that. So we got to check haulage company here. This will cover the farm, but does not reach the port, nor does it reach where I want to build my fisheries. So we need to place another small haulage company. We'll just go ahead and place it somewhere in here. Yeah, let's keep it even with the water tower there. Alright, there we go. And that will actually cover both of them. Also, please remember to always hook up your farms with water. They need water, and I always forget. So let's go ahead and just hook up some more water lines here. Let's do this one as well, because as I said, I'm going to forget. Then I'm going to be like, oh, why is it not got water? Well, I didn't hook up my water lines because, you know, I keep forgetting to hook up the water lines. Alright, we actually need more residential before we can do anything else here, because there's just too many unfulfilled job positions. We need to get some workers, which means we need citizens. Alright, now we can place our fishery here. So let's go ahead and place it right there. And we're going to place fisheries all along here. Alright, that's why in fact, we're actually going to have to build this out just a touch here. So let's see here. Oh dear. Got a slight bulge right here. That's not ideal. That's not ideal, but it's going to be fine. It's not a big deal. So let's see here. Let's place some more residential to help fill jobs. Oh look, happy people. But oh, we need to provide some garbage service here. So let's go ahead and provide trash service. So let's put this. Let's put it up here. But I want it on this. I don't want it on St. B's place. I want it on Duke Street. Because St. B's place is part of a major network. We'll hold off on placing the landfill type thing there. We'll hold off on that for now. Okay, so eventually they'll get the garbage service, but right now they want shopping center or supermarket. Sorry, supermarket. So let's go ahead and place a supermarket. Oh dear. Yeah, not located quite where I want it. I can't fit it where I would like it, so we'll place it right here. It's not a big deal. They have a pretty good coverage zone. It's not quite where I want it though. Right, so let's get a hemp farm down here so we can produce some insulation, because that's a building resource, and we're running a little low. I have to delete that road there just because sometimes it won't let you place it where you want to. You can just rebuild it. And just like that, we're now a settlement, which means we've unlocked small office zone, small park, small car park, as well as a bigger wind turbine. Okay, so how is things doing? Well, fish is stable at 90, vegetable farm still coming online somewhat. Let's place a doctor's surgery so that we fulfill another need of our citizens there. That will make them happy, and happy citizens pay more in taxes. So there we go. Services are now complete. They have access to everything they need. But we're going to place some office down here as well. But first we need to place a small car park here. We could place this in a lot of locations. We could, we could place it here, place it here. But let's do what's probably a bad idea and place it right here. I mean, it looks better because, at the same time, it's also available to the supermarket. But, this will do. It makes sense to have it connected somewhat to the small substation because they actually generate power. Alright, fisheries doing its thing, but I think we need more fisheries. Let's place 2 more. So yeah, once those are built, that will help with the fish supply. Fish is something that doesn't always make sense there in terms of how much it, produces and stuff. All right, let's go ahead and try and smooth this out here, make it a little bit more natural. That looks better. All right, our Fisherman's Wharf is starting to come together. Got our first offices now in. They need more workers, apparently, so we need to build. Well, they're happy with the parking lot, at least. But yeah, we're probably going to get a demand here for some more residential. So let's get ahead of the demand. And let's place it in before the demand shoots up. It's actually increasing as we speak. Or as I speak, I should say. Alright. Yeah, logging camp's not, it's doing its thing. It's just that there's always this issue. We got good coverage that way. What about garbage? Yep, everything is within garbage pickup. So yeah, always check your coverage zones. That's important. And also take a look at what the traffic's doing. Traffic looks fine. Let's go ahead and place the fruit farm down here on Henry Street. Perfect. And it didn't give us any trouble either. And water connections are good. But let's just go ahead and finish connecting our water lines here. There. Alright, so that we got water coverage. We don't have to worry about that for a little while anyways. And everyone is happy. Good. There's no more demands for now until we move up to the next level there. But we're going to need to build more residential, and we're going to have to wait on wood and insulation for that. Meantime, our fish is... okay, fish may be good. Vegetables still working on... Okay, we got some more planks now. And more insulation, good. So we can build more residential. Do we have enough though? No, we do not have enough to fill that entire space there. And I like to build it in the chunks. So we're gonna have to hold off probably because, yeah, we don't have the required 12 planks. Although our fish is really taking off there. I mean, we're at 100 fish. Okay, yeah. Let's see if we can't get the port offline so we can sell some of those fish and help with our money. Because, you know, right now we're really dropping in our funds. We don't want that to get out of control. But first we gotta locate a substation. So let's place a road here like so. It's gonna go somewhere in between these two streets, and I think it's gonna go probably. Yeah, we don't want it in here because there's a dead zone, so we're gonna have to. We don't want that dead zone in that top right there. So, let's place it in the middle of this area right here. Is that gonna be good? There's a little bit of a dead zone, but it's gonna be fine. That's fine. And of course, we got to connect up our power lines. You know, connect the substations. So interesting thing about fields. Fields don't care if you run a power line through them, which is great, because that's exactly what we're going to have to do here. So let's go ahead and get our power lines here. We're going to run to here, place it here. Hang on. Let's get the grid on first. Right there. Perfect. All right, and then we're going to place right there. With the grid on, it makes it so much easier to place these somewhat straight here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Perfectly placed. Well, maybe not perfect, but as close as I'm going to get. Alright, so port's now got power. Let's turn it on. And soon we'll be able to start selling some of our excess fish. Alright, and we can build more residential now. We can build a lot more residential. Look at all the people eager to move into our city. And let's go ahead and just build some roads. Oh, we're now a hamlet. Unfortunately, that means we're going to need to build a fire department and police station. Yeah, they're already demanding. They've heard about this new thing called a fire service, and putting out fires when they happen. So of course they're demanding this newfangled invention. But first we need bricks, so let's go ahead and build out here. And we're going to take advantage of this clay pit that's right in here. Okay. So let's go ahead and build some roads where we can place the buildings within it there. And we're going to place a clay pit right here. Let's run it like this. We can actually probably get 6 clay pits in there. 2 of them at 100. No, sorry, no, probably 3 of them at 100, and then maybe like 3 at 80 or 90%. The clay pit needs water, so let's connect up the water line here. We want to make sure that the clay pit gets its water supply. And we're actually going to need to add another... Oh dear, this is a problem. Alright, we're going to have to delete the water line here. There we go. And then we can connect them up. Perfect. So now we've increased our water supply because the clay pit's going to need water. Alright. Let's place a fire department in the residential area. There's kind of, once again, we got to be careful about our coverage zone and overlap, but I'd rather have more overlap than, not have coverage in an area. So let's go ahead and place it right there. That's good. We're going to have to hold off on police. So for your residential area, fire is actually more important than your industrial area. These areas here, let's go ahead and place the fire department just so they're happy. But what they really need is a police department. They won't be happy unless they have a police department because, yeah, it just causes issues for them if they don't have police protection. Basically, people don't want to show up to work. So let's go ahead and get this area somewhat ready for construction as well. And okay, we got a power issue here. We're not getting power? It's in the coverage zone, but it doesn't seem to be ticking over, so we may need another substation in here. This is where we're going to end up having this coverage overlap issue, but that's fine. We'll place another substation here. There's a lot of overlap, but it's fine. Now we got to connect it up, of course, so let's just draw directly across. I can do that. I can clean that up later, make it nicer, but for now that's fine. We also need a haulage company here. Well, that covers that, but it's not covering the port. We need the port covered as well. Yeah, perfect. There we go, covering the port. And let's get a brickworks. Oh, we don't have enough wood yet. Okay, let's just speed it up there. All right, now we have enough wood. Let's go ahead and place the brickworks there. So now we can start making bricks. That's what we need. So yeah, industry wants police, residents want fire. They both want it, but one is more important to the other. As you can see here, no police in range. Basically, people don't want to show. And our electricity is still not coming online here for some reason. Maybe it's actually not so much the electricity that's the problem, so much as the police issue. So let's make sure we got police coverage in the area. Let's place it. Yeah, let's place it right here. So that will make the clay pit happy, the brickworks happy. They'll produce at full production value there. The fire protection just helps prevent your buildings from catching on fire. You know, it helps when the buildings catch on fire and stuff. Whereas the police production is a constant issue. So once a might happen, the others it will happen. So for the industry, that's a bigger issue. The will happen. Kind of a big dip there. Okay, we still don't have the power coming online here. I think we actually don't have enough electricity. I think I miscalculated how much electricity it needs. So let's go ahead and place a small solar power plant. Oh boy, where do we want this? It doesn't need to be down there. It can be up here. Let's place it somewhere. This is as good a spot as any, I suppose. It just needs to be in the coverage zone of your substation. So right here is a perfect spot. Once that comes online, hopefully that solves our power issue. Okay. Come on, clay pit. There we go. The clay pit's got power. They're just now upset about not having fire. Let's turn this wind turbine off. We don't need it right now. We can turn it on again later when we do need it. Alright. We got 10 bricks. Let's place another police station right in here so that these, you know, mostly because the logging camp is not going to be working at full, you know, production there. And so we need the planks. Okay. Oh, garbage. We did not provide garbage service to the port, so we're going to have to build another garbage collector here. Yeah, let's locate it somewhere near the solar panels. Right there's fine. We still have... Okay, yeah, we still haven't placed any of these, but we should be fine. We need more planks for that. I want to build a 3x3. Alright, let's start queuing some sell orders here, because we're just losing money too fast here for my liking. So we're going to sell some insulation. We're going to sell some fish, up to 70 on both of these. If our stock falls below 70, it will not sell any. So we're always going to keep 70 in stock. And let's also do the vegetables and the fruit. And let's also set a buy limit here right away to 300,000. So if our bank balance drops below 300,000, we're not going to buy anything. All right. So port's still unhappy about the fire, but at least now we're making money. We're now making money. We're selling our excess wares and making a little bit of money. Okay, so now we can place the fire department here since we have the planks. That will make the port happy. It will make the brickworks happy. Everyone's going to be happy there. Well, we still need to provide police service here. We should have the bricks. We do have the bricks, so let's go ahead. Yep, nice coverage zone, perfect. Alright, let's place a buy order for tools there because we don't want to drop below 50 tools there in case we need the tools for building stuff. But at the same time, we don't want to buy any right now. We want to recoup some of our money. So now's a good time to place that buy order so that if we drop below 50 tools, it will buy tools. And do we have enough resources to fill this out? We do. Let's go ahead and add more residential space there. Because we need to hire some police officers. There's not enough employees, not enough workers. Okay, there we go. We now have the employees we needed. In fact, let's hold off just for a second here. Let's just kind of take stock of everything that's going on here. We built. Okay, yeah, we need to. Let's make them even happier. Let's add a church here. They want access to religious services, so let's build a church over here. Yeah, this is a good spot because this is going to be residential as well, so this covers both zones. So they should be quite happy with a church right there. Remember, happy citizens are happy taxpayers. That's what we want, is happy taxpayers. Unfortunately, we will have to place a buy order for tools, but other than that, this is a good start. We're not doing great budget-wise, but overall we are doing well. Everything seems to be going just fine. This is a good start, and more great stuff is to come.